Okay, Francine, that was a very, very powerful, I would say it's a testimony, if anything, a very powerful sharing. And that's why I keep saying that a lot of children around us, they are so gifted. They are more wise than a lot of us older people. And I've often said, lots of times we're older, but we're not necessarily wiser. And I will keep saying that. And so now, Francine, just share a little bit about what did it feel like at the funeral. I mean, I guess there was a part of that where you had to try to let go, but then it was about how did you process the funeral, and then it galvanized you to set up this campaign called No Wheelchair in Heaven for your son, to raise funds for your son and any other child that had the similar symptoms as your son.
I think I don't really remember the funeral, but it was so unreal. What I remember is I had to prepare the funeral in my bed. So I wanted everybody wear white. Oran loved animal. He loved horses, and I wanted him to have a nice carriage with horses to take him in heaven. I mean, is how I projected. And the funeral is, you never thought that you will bury your child at a young age. So I can't still believe it that my son passed away and I done his funeral. Maybe that's why I can't remember that much of his funeral, but it was so strange because there was a lot of people. But when I say a lot of people in that funeral, and it's so funny because those people, I didn't see them when I was in a time I needed regarding with my son. But as strange as it is, lots of people, I can't even remember who came and who didn't come. It was very overwhelmed, I didn't expect that. But like I always say to my daughter, we need to appreciate it, because we could have one or two people. But anyway, I hope they come with their good heart to pay tribute for my son, and just not by act of presence or because they didn't do what they're supposed to do when he was in life, for forgiveness, or maybe because the conscience start to working on them. So I really hope they come with a good heart. And yeah, like my daughter, she say in she's the message that she said we need to forgive the people who done us wrong, not just to forgive them, but to have a peace in our heart, And I can't believe she said that. I mean, I keep had the booklet, and sometime when I had a bad day, I keep reading the message she say.
Because she gave quite a powerful speech.
Yeah, she did. She
gave a very powerful speech. And like I said, she's a child before her time anyway. She really is. And, you now have a campaign going to raise funds.
Yeah.
The campaign's called No Wheelchair in Heaven.
Yes.
Can you just share a bit about what that campaign's about?
Well, it's called No Wheelchair in Heaven, and to honor the determination of my son to walk and crawl like a normal little boy, and to as well make awareness of sudden unexpected death in childhood. I decided to do an erect monument for him something. I wanted to do something that he can relate it to him, and so I can leave him a legacy. Yeah, I need to leave him a legacy because he left so young. He was the most kind, loving little boy. He will never hurt anyone, and his smile can light up all the people in a room. So all the time when they talk about my son, they talk about his smile and how I don't know, he had this power that a lot of adults and children come towards him and ask questions and want to hold his hand and spend time with him. I don't know what was that, but and I think my son, he didn't know he was disabled because I done so many things with him, biking, we went to swimming pool, we went to snowboarding, we went to Jamaica. Yes, you can go with the children with who has disability, you can take the plane. Yeah. We went to France, we went to Spain. I mean, I done a lot of activity with him. I played basketball with Odessa. I mean, I don't think so he knew he was disabled, and I don't think so he never will, you know. I think he was just enjoying himself, his life. He knew that he has some restriction, but I don't think so he know that he was disabled at all.
So your campaign, my dear, what does that involve? And you will be doing something quite special to raise funds for this campaign. Share that,
yeah,
please.
Because it's going to be the first erect monument in Beckenham Cemetery. They never done that before. I have to ask a special permission to be available to do it, and after 11 months they give me the permission to go ahead.
Brilliant.
So that's why now I'm doing fundraising to be available to do this erect, to make the last wish of my son come true, who was walk, but he will walk in heaven, definitely.
Oh, wow. And are you sort of in winding down? Did you say that you're taking part in the marathon?
Yes.
You're training?
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, I used to be an ex-athlete, you know, and when my son born, and then we find out at 6 months of age that he was disabled, I give up my passion, I give up my work, I give up everything, you know. So it's been nearly 7 years I didn't run or go to the gym, you know. But yes, I'm gonna do London Marathon to raise money for children bereavement, as my daughter having this couple of weeks a very hard time and difficulty regarding the loss of her brother. And because I thought to myself, I've been doing a lot of things for Ryan, and I don't gonna say I let her a little bit in the shadow, but she's been so supportive through the year. She's been so strong, because she see me in such a stage that one day she told me she think that she was scared to lose me. So she's my inspiration. She's been so strong. So now I can see it's a difficult time for her. So I'm gonna do it for her, but as well for my son.
Brilliant.
So she can see that no matter what happened in life, you know, to not stop believing in ourselves, with consistency and with faith, and then we can do beautiful things, you know.
Fantastic. And where can people go to? A website? You know, where can they go to get more information about what you're doing and to support you, Francine?
Well, you can go to Just Giving pages, you know. Later on, we're going to put the link below. So you can give any donation, you know. Every penny counts, you know. And yeah, you know, I mean, anything, even if you want to give clothes or come and see us and talk to us, give us some advice for any fundraising, or if you want to run the marathon with me. I mean, anything will be appreciated.
And if they want to contact you direct, do you have a number that you can share?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
My number is 0748 23 59 549.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, Francine, all I can say is, like, I've watched your journey for so many years, and especially when you went through that great upheaval last year, and even after that, your grieving process, but then you just got back up and you would champion the cause for your son. And that's why you so fall under the remit of champions of change. And ladies and gentlemen, this story, her journey, and that of her family, hopefully it would inspire you to get back up. And I guess this shows me, what is your purpose? And Francine's found her purpose through her children and through their experiences. And I would just encourage you to find yours. And if you can't find yours, ask someone, get some support to find your purpose, because when times are dark and when times are really low, it's your purpose that's going to keep you getting up time and time and time and time
and
again.
You know what? In my moment of darkness, I ask myself, I ask the universe, why am I here? Why did you give me this son for this lap of the time? I wanted to ask the universe why I needed to be in such a pain, and I find those answers that I have been gifted by my daughter and my son. Before I could not find any positiveness. I was so upset with God, but now I understand why He gave me my son for this lapse of the time, because now the hardest was to find daily physical therapy for my son, and I talked to myself, my daughter gave me the courage to go back to college to do my GCSE in biology, so next year I could do a courses how to become a physiotherapy.
Fantastic.
And via the Orion Belt Foundation Star that I funded to help other parents who have low income or single parents who has a child with disability or who don't know or who don't have any information, they could have 1 or 2 sessions more of physiotherapy than the government give to us.
Brilliant.
Such is one.
Brilliant.
So yeah, it's it's very difficult. Like, you break your legs and they give you 1 session of physiotherapy. How come you can walk back?
But I guess also that's a lot of that's down to funding as well, and how they disperse the funding. But all I can say to you is thank you for your tenacity.
Yeah.
Thank you for your perseverance, and thank you for making a change not only in your son's life, because he's looking down at you from heaven.
Yeah, that's why the sun,
The sun is
I always say
today.
my son is my sunshine, and the sun is out today.
Yeah, the sun is out today, but also you've given inspiration to others that sometimes, yes, the funding may not be there, sometimes the support isn't there, but what you can do in your own small way to give back because of your experience, I really take my hat off to you, but take my locks off to you, because we've all cut our hair as well, and that's really symbolic in terms of change. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is France. I haven't called you by your surname. What is your surname?
Passe-Courtrin.
Good thing she said that. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Francine, and wishing you and your daughter all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you for listening my story, and don't give up. Keep going. I know that God shaped me for something better, so that's why I have to go through to that experience.
Brilliant. Thank you.